Good morning or afternoon, depending on when you are watching this. We're going to go ahead and cover today's lesson and a few other items as well. Okay, so today we're going to go ahead and work on the Book 2 thesis and outline assignment. Now's a good time to go ahead and open that assignment on Classroom. And then in second period, we started voting on the articles for the service and sacrifice unit. Sixth period, go ahead and work on that today after class, or since today's assignment, the Book 2 thesis and outline, we'll take Monday and Tuesday. You might want to put it off until Tuesday if you have extra time after the thesis and outline assignment. So sixth period, or if you're in second and you were gone, all of the voting stuff is on the stream page. You're going to go ahead and skim all of the articles. You might even be able to rule some out from your top choices by skimming. And that's because sometimes you're going to notice like, wow, this actually isn't as well written as maybe the author tried to have it be, or you might rule it out based on like engagement, like maybe their style isn't that engaging. And remember, we're using engagement, like being interesting as a evaluation criteria. So you can skim all of them and then pick, what you think are going to be your top choices and read them. And then what you're going to do is open the article voting Google form. Super quick. You just put your name, the title of the article, rate the style, rate the creativity, the multimedia. Was it enjoyable, interesting, and engaging? And then go ahead and put your first, second, and third choices. And I will be reviewing these after I get back. So please finish your voting before then. We also need to come up with our rewards for these. So be thinking creatively about what you think the winner should be awarded. You can see we have 7, and these are combined for second and sixth. Again, just fair warning, please don't pick based on which articles your friends wrote. Please pick based on like genuine good qualities of the writing. All right. Let's get back to the assignment. Today's learning objective is actually not read and comprehend complex text. That fits much better when we actually read the Odyssey. Today, we are working on outline effectively for writing. That's our objective with this assignment. Okay. One more reminder. I've been pretty lax on my late work policy lately just because I've been out, and I like to give sometimes a little bit more grace if I'm out for long periods of time. But I need to get more tight on this policy. Just keep in mind anything that is not marked summative. So except for those summative essays, which yes, I will accept late, anything formative will not be accepted late. So, and that's except for an excused absence. So if you have an excused absence, you are welcome to submit it late, but you still have to do the grade my late work request. Other than that, if I've already entered the assignment into Aries or graded it on Classroom, it's going to be too late to submit formative work. Remember, formative work is not as much credit as summative work. So even if you've missed a lot of formative, you can still pass the class. But it's definitely harder too if you're not submitting your formative work on time. So just make sure you're submitting your assignments on time. Like this one obviously is going to be formative today. All right, let's get into it. So the objective is to outline effectively for writing. You guys did a really good job on the outline assignment where you took notes. Obviously, outlining your notes is a different skill than outlining for writing. Today we're going to outline for writing, meaning sketch out a plan. Lots of us have done this before, but we have all sort of different strategies. In other words, sketching out a plan for what you're going to achieve in an essay. We've done this before. So this one, let's see, is a little bit more focused, a little bit more organized. You're going to pick an outline format. Should be pretty clear, kind of like when you took notes on the Odyssey intro activity. And you're going to basically create an essay outline for the Odyssey Book 2 prompt. Remember, we're not writing an essay on this. You're just going to write an outline as if you were preparing to write an essay on the prompt, but you're just going to include your claims, your evidence, and I want evidence sentences, not just the quotes, but weave it into your own sentence or embed it into your own sentence. Or even better, if you have 2 quotes that you really like and you want to include 2 quotes, you can marry them or sandwich them. Include proper citations and include the thesis as well. You may not have gotten to a thesis statement on the poster, so I'm just going to delete that part. All right, and remember that your thesis is going to combine your 3 claims into one sentence, and it's going to answer the prompt. We'll get more to that later. You do not need to include analysis, because if you included analysis, that would basically be like the entire essay. You can if you want to. You can bullet point your ideas if you want. Not required. You're going to use MLA format, and you're going to include a works cited page as well. You may absolutely work together as a group, but you each need to submit your own document. No sharing documents. You are each typing in your own document. So you can walk through the process together, but 1-to-1 ratio. Okay, if you're absent on this day or on Tuesday, you might want to take a picture of your group's poster, because this is going to be a really difficult assignment if you don't have those posters done, since you already collected all your evidence. Okay. Just a reminder that all of the slides and directions for Book 2 quiz activity are on slide 9, and the prompt is on slide 12. So let's get started. So the goals for Book 2 quiz were to write a stemmed and parallel thesis, to identify the difference between a research or analytical prompt. We did that. All of us decided that it's an analytical prompt. 3, brainstorm to a level that supports identifying claims. You guys already did that in your groups when you separated your quotes into 3 main categories. 4th goal is to analyze theme and theme development. We're tracing, obviously, the theme development of manhood in Book 2, which you guys have basically done. And 5, annotate to collect evidence for writing in response. We already did that too when you guys actually collected your note cards and flagged your quotes. All right, so today we're mainly working on that outline. Oh, obviously outline format is a goal as well. So by now you should have opened a Google Doc and put that in MLA format and start your outline, or start creating a document for this. Effectively for writing. Okay, and then, slide 11, pull that up if you need to, has your example on how to quote or how to cite properly. Your assignment will get bounced back if you don't have proper citations. So read it, use it. Don't cite by page number. We're in poetry, so we need to cite by book and line. All right, and then 12, we did this already. We looked at the prompt. The prompt is on slide 12. Remember, we're imagining that we are responding to this prompt in an essay. And then slide 13 has directions on how to draft a thesis statement as well. So you're definitely going to spend the most time on 12 and 13, or mainly 13 today in your groups as you're working on your outline. I'm going to do one more thing for you guys, and that is just a quick refresher for outlining. So when you are drafting your claims, let's say you had one claim on in ancient Greece. Remember, your document needs to be in MLA format, so you're gonna have your own heading and font. Okay, in Greek, and expectation of manhood was strength and okay, so one more thing. That's a claim. Okay, it has an opinion. It's a loose opinion. It's kind of more of a fact, but it could be considered an opinion. But think about this. Does this claim answer the essay prompt? Yes, but it only answers this first part. According to ancient Greek culture, as we see in the Odyssey, what are the cultural expectations surrounding the concept of manhood? it doesn't answer how does that compare to today. So one thing that is required, gotta have those, why not have those claims address both parts of the prompt? If you're being tested, let's say on an AP test or on a CASP test or pretty much any test that's required, like that has multiple pieces of the question, if you forget one piece of the question, then you might even only score like 50% at most if you missed part of the question. So why not put the second part of that question, how does this compare to today, in each claim, not just the thesis and body paragraphs, but why not weave it into the claim? So a suggestion for you guys is consider, instead of doing that, put a semicolon, and in each claim, just consider how that compares to today. So in today's world, we see similar, so you might kind of just write a comparison. And we can all do that because we live in our culture and can compare and contrast that from what we read about in the Odyssey. Okay, so, and then let's see, if that's your claim 1, you might put your evidence, and remember we're doing evidence sentences, so each one has to have a signal phrase. Better yet, it's some embedding and some sandwiching and some marrying quotes. So maybe one is Homer writes, and one is Telemachus cries, out. And so you might embed some. Obviously, we're using proper citations for each. Okay. Put your quotes in there. All right, and then move on. Okay. Nothing for intro or conclusion except for your thesis. Thesis should be 3-pronged, meaning you need 2 commas total in your thesis statement. Remember, your thesis statement needs to be a combination of claim 1, claim 2, and claim 3. I also highly recommend you kind of split it up too and put a semicolon and then compare to today's world. Again, that way you're getting to both parts of the prompt in your thesis and in your claims and in your analysis. Again, we're not going as far as analysis in this assignment. We're stopping at the outline. But all right, hopefully that helps. If not, talk about it in your groups, get support. Obviously, you can watch this video again if you think that's helpful. It will be also posted on Classroom. And good luck, you guys. One more thing before we go. The outline is pretty good. It's pretty tight. So you're graded on MLA. You are graded on your thesis statement. Notice includes a response to all questions in the prompt. Stemmed in parallel, meaning each stem, each of those phrases matches up with each other. Outline format. You're also graded on your outline format. Is it organized? Is it neat? Is it clear? Are you only using bullet points throughout the entire thing? Please don't. Please set it off like I did in my sample. And then you're also graded on your evidence as well. Is it cited correctly, and is it the best evidence to prove those claims? So it's kind of a big assignment. You'll have 2 days for this, and then for the rest of tomorrow, Tuesday, you guys will be working on, you can vote on your articles too. Okay? All right, good luck. Thank you so much.